Welcome back to the Deep Dig Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew, and my other host right over here.
What's up? It's Dee. Good to see you again. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to this pod. It really helps us out, and we definitely appreciate it.
Let's move on to these running backs. The running back position is kind of going through a weird stage right now where nobody wants to pay a running back. Running backs who should be worth a lot of money are not getting anything, and they're holding out. Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley specifically. I don't know if you saw someone was tweeting about Josh Jacobs saying, oh, well, the Raiders don't want to reset the market for running backs. And he tweeted at them no one's asking to reset the market. He's just looking for some insurance, not looking for a big payday, but looking for that stability.
Yeah, I get that. But also, running back is just one of those things. I think with the Shanahan offense being so prevalent and now him having, a lot of those type of coaches in the ether, it just to show you, we can get a late round running back. We could use him for 3 years and we're going to go ahead and pivot. We're not afraid to do that now. We don't want to sign big names to big contracts and be really hamstrung when they actually go on the decline. So I just don't think that's the league anymore. I just don't think that running backs are going to be coveted. I don't think linebackers are going to be coveted as much unless you can really play the pass. I think that the league has shown that's what they're going to prioritize, QB and QB health, and we're going to run up the score with the pass game.
Yeah, I think it's tough because you look at a guy like Saquon Barkley, and that's a game changer for you. That's literally the best player on your team. And you can't just find a way right now. Your team's already set. You're not going to be bringing in other players right now. You can't find a way to manipulate the cap to give this guy an extra $3 million. What are we doing here?
But again, for the team, it's okay, well, that $3 million could be another defensive lineman that we need. That $3 million could be a safety later on in the year when someone breaks their ankle. All that money actually does matter, especially in the NFL. If it was the NBA, of course you're yeah, let's just give him whatever he wants, max him out, and that's fine. I think that's, one thing you got to kind of look at when you're an NFL team is we're kind of held to a tighter budget just because we have so many roster spots. And at any point, something could happen and we need to go out and sign somebody. So look at a couple of years ago when, who was it? Was it the Tampa Bay Bucks when they went and got Ndamukong Suh just out of nowhere? And so it's all those things could actually just cap space matters.
Yeah. And the way that the league is still going, you can just draft a running back in the 4th, 5th, 6th round. Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah,
drafted in the 7th, and he just helped you win a Super Bowl. So
you don't think the Chiefs regret getting Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the 1st round, even though I like that pick coming out of college? You look back on it and you're damn, we really could have got another piece to add, either for Mahomes on a cheap contract, adding another wide receiver, or on the back end of the defense where we did play a lot of rookies last year. So you have to want that one back.
Yeah, well, you guys let us know. Are you paying running back on your squad, or you just drafting every year hoping someone works out? So it's high risk, high reward kind of thing.
But when you do have a bell cow like they have with Derrick Henry, it's it matters so much because it really does take off, the pressure of a guy like Tannehill until he's needed.
If you have a guy like Derrick Henry, it makes you feel I don't need to pay my star receiver. Yeah. And I can trade him away. That's how good Derrick Henry is, where you're this up and coming receiver who could be top 10 in the league. Let's just get rid of him because we're just going to run the ball 50 times anyways.
Yeah, we'll get a guy 10 years older who's more expensive. Doesn't matter.